Hi guys, welcome to my third video, and now we are 1 week into the first game week and things are getting excited. Okay, you can see from my lineup from my previous setup has changed drastically. Okay, to be honest with you, the lineup is always evolving, it's always changing because there are so many movements in transfers to injuries. You can't predict what will happen tomorrow. So this is only my draft for now. Okay, let's take a quick glance at my first 11 and I'll go through them in detail this time around. So why I come up with this, you can see that I've solely go into a formation, 3-5-2 formation, because I want to pick the best in midfield. So you can see my midfield selections have changed quite a bit as well. Okay, let's start with the keeper for this first game week. I will stick to Sanchez here, from Brighton because you can see at 4.5 million he is definitely one of the top favorites to start this game week against Burnley. So you can tell that they have in fact for Sanchez himself, for last season he only started 27 games and he actually has a pretty decent 10 clean sheets already. So you can tell that Brighton is moving closer to him being the first team lineup, and he looks to start as well for the first game week. Okay, now at 4.5 million, he's definitely one of the most highly strong ownership in there. Okay, now Lucas Dean at 6 million, it is technically a bargain. Why? Lucas Dean is definitely one of the assist kings in this game, isn't it? Okay, facing a Southampton side for first game week where they just sold Danny Ings. So I'm quite curious where does the goals will come in for Southampton. Now, in Benitez lineup, you can tell that he is actually a defensive oriented manager. So the we must place emphasis on Everton's defense this season because he is likely to prioritize a clean sheet first, as always in Benitez style. Okay, now the next player, Virgil van Dijk. Okay, at 6.5 million, some comments I've been hearing some comments that Virgil van Dijk is actually priced quite expensive at 6.5 million, but he is definitely one of the what I would feel as one of the top bargains at this price. Why? Okay, 6.5 million for a defender is definitely one of the premium defenders. Okay, however, you can see in preseason, in the last preseason game, he looked really sharp in attack. And I'm not saying he's an attacker. He is actually a defender here. So we all love defenders with a goal scoring intent there. So Virgil van Dijk, in fact, he could be a good differential captain if you're looking to actually do something crazy in the first game week. So okay, so I will definitely put him in. Okay, the only concern is will he start the first game against Norwich, because we have been hearing from Klopp that Virgil van Dijk might sit out this one. So it is still a risk here, but I'm going to put him in my first draft first. Okay, now next, another sort of a premium category, Mendy from Manchester City. So as you can see, as I was doing out my draft from the last game week to this game week, uh, I have realized I did not actually put any City players inside. So it's quite amusing because City is definitely one of the top favorites for this season's title. So Benjamin Mendy, we know that we can't predict Pep's roulette, can we? So there are going to be changes along the way in the back line with Zinchenko coming in. So you can see that he started Mendy with in the Community Shield. So there is a strong chance that Mendy might sit out this one and start the next game week against Norwich. So in fact, why I get Mendy in here now is because I want to prepare for game week 2 as well, with Manchester City facing Norwich City. So you see how Benjamin Mendy has been running down that left flank in the Community Shield. He looks really strong and ready for the season. So at 5.5 million, a City defender with an attacking potential, why not? correct? So however, he is actually quite he might be rotated because due to Manchester City's squad depth there. Now we move into the midfield. Barnes with Leicester City at 7 million. See how he lighted up the world in his Community Shield. You can see why he is so popular last season. Prior to his injury during last season, he is exceptionally brilliant in his direct run-ins to the penalty box, and he almost, in fact, he is a person with a strong creativity in midfield, in which Leicester needs at this moment. So the left midfield position is definitely his. So actually, Barnes at 7 million is a shoe in, definitely it's a shoe in for me. Fernandes at 12.0 million now. Initially, I didn't have a premium midfielder Fernandes here because we all know Fernandes is priced quite heavily in this game. So at 12 million, however, I've watched the preseason match whereby he just lashes a strong free kick into the net there from quite a distance, in fact. So Bruno Fernandes is definitely one of the premium midfielders. However, he's so reliable in all his spot kicks duties. So, United should be starting him as well for the first game week against Leeds. It should be exciting. It should contain quite a. It should be a goal fest, in fact. So, I'm putting some United midfielders here, as you can see. Next player, okay, Greenwood now. Okay, Greenwood is in my team as of now because I've actually swapped out Rashford for him because Rashford, unfortunately, he is nursing a shoulder injury. So Greenwood 7.5 million. If he is going to start game week in and game week out, he is definitely one to be in the lineup. Definitely now. Greenwood, you can see why I put him in is because Rashford is out injured. Cavani has not actually has only started training this week, which is too soon to start due to a lack of a match fitness. Then we also have Anthony Martial, who has just came back from injury. His minutes might likely be managed as well by Solskjaer. So the options up front, and Sancho is actually not hasn't joined preseason training with the team as well. So the United's lineup almost is going to be equivalent to the one that was filled uh, during the preseason match. So you can take a look at the United's lineup there. Greenwood is likely to hold the right wing on this on in this game week one. So at 7.5 million, he's in my squad. Now, Mo Salah, no introduction required. I still remember the scene whereby Mohamed Salah scored a hat trick last season against Leeds in the opening game, and I didn't have him in my team. That's just so depressing watching that opening game. I had Sadio Mane instead. So this time round, fingers crossed, I'm not making the same mistake. Salah is in my team, and he's definitely wearing the captain armband as of now. Okay, Mohamed Salah is originally in my squad already, so he will stay here. So alongside his teammate Jota, you can see Jota is being filled in a false nine position for Liverpool. Now he is likely to be rotated with Firmino on this run of fixtures. Now Liverpool has really favourable fixtures for the first few game weeks, so Jota is 7.5 million. If he can get a goal or a brace, it will definitely he will definitely be one to watch, whereby more and more managers will start getting piling in, just like last season. Okay, now I have actually took out Harvard's in this case from Chelsea. Now, reason being why is because of the price that I need to accommodate for Bruno Fernandes here. So it is. I hope that this pays off, and Kai Havertz is still a brilliant candidate for this first game week against Crystal Palace. Now in attack, we have Anthony, which is still remaining in my squad at 6.5 million. You don't expect him to score brace every game week, definitely, but at 6.5 million as a certain starter attacking the final third, why not give him a chance? Okay, given Brentford's good form of good attacking form as well. Beside him, I've replaced Watkins here. Okay, sorry, Watkins. Well, with Villa, it will be interesting to see how Aston Villa starts the new season. There are a couple of new outfield players that they have bought in Danny Ings as well as Buendia. So we are not certain how Watkins will be playing alongside. Will he be playing alongside Danny Ings is the question, or will they stick with one up front? Given their most recent formation. So I have choose to take him out for this game week, and instead Antonio, who is a sure starter for West Ham, will come in at 7.5 million. Now, the thing about Antonio is he occasionally he has a burst of pace, okay, which can cause trouble to a Newcastle team as well. So yeah, it will be an interesting game to watch with Antonio at 7.5 million as my starter for game week 1. Now, let's take a look at the bench. Okay, we have Asmir Begovic at 4 million. So basically, this time round, I'm trying to find a 4 million goalkeeper, sorry, a 4 million goalkeeper who is playing. But unfortunately, now, as all FPL managers, we know that there isn't one at this moment. So Begovic at 4.0 million. I was thinking between this or the deputy at Brighton. Okay, however, I might stick with Begovic at 4 million. Why? Because you can see that in Benitez's comments after the game that there are certain substitutions that he does uh, even earlier. Okay, given based on what he sees on the pitch. So on the pitch. So you can see that Pickford actually make a couple of errors there in the first opening 20 minutes or so. So I would tell that the Benitez is one manager that would not hesitate to make changes for the team performance there. And the reason why Begovic is brought in as well is also because you can see his talent at Bournemouth is actually performing pretty alright. So he is definitely a proven talent in a Premier League level, and he has the experience. So, at any point of time, if Pickford does drop form, Begovic will likely comes in as the number one keeper there. Okay, in another defender, I have Marcel from Wolves. Now, he is playing in the wing back position. Now we can see that Marcel himself, okay, is in a formation that Wolves has actually transited along the preseason friendlies. If you realized in Wolves preseason friendly, they have originally started with a 4-4-2 formation, but slowly moving back to a 3-5-2 formation due to the injuries at their centre back. So for this in a 3-5-2 formation, the wing backs definitely benefited the most here. So Marcel at 4.5 million, there might be rotation risk. However, I would still put him here first because if he starts and he delivers, he could get even a clean sheet or attacking return as well. So Marcel at 4.5 million, he's currently in my first substitute there. Daniel Marcy at 4 million now. He is definitely the most popular 4.4 million defender, considering everybody almost needs a budget defender, correct? So at 4 million, he is starting the game against during the Community Shield. So at 4 million, Marty might be a steal, to be honest, for especially for the first few game weeks where Leicester City have not signed a new defender. So it will be interesting to see if they can keep a couple of clean sheets early in the game, and maybe he might even be subbed into my squad, to my game week. Sorry, to my lineup. Now, Obafemi 4.5 million. He is a player that don't really start that often. However, he's third on my bench there, so I don't expect him to start, but actually just to accommodate the likes of Fernandez and Salah on this. So, to be honest with you, the squad lineup is always changing. So I have actually made changes to it almost every single day. So because the final injury update from any player, that will be really crucial for me to decide who will start in the first game week. So I will definitely provide an update as well as the game week one deadline gets closer. Now, take care, everybody, and stay safe.